Well, there's been a lot go on this last week or so. I've been really busy with all the lambs. It's made it hard to do any editing or anything for videos. I've got quite a bit of video made, so the video this week might be kind of a hodgepodge of just what's going on, not necessarily a chronological order of how things happened. But stay tuned for this video, because there's quite a bit of stuff in here that I think you're going to want to see. We've had some surprises, some disappointments, a little bit of learning in here, some tips on some different things that how I do things, how I look at things. So stay tuned. In fact, this might even work into 2 videos, because there's a lot in here. Thanks for watching. Here, sheep. Well, it's another day and another day of rain. I pushed my lambing season back a couple of weeks to try to get out of some of the coldest of the weather. And I've done that this year. It's about 60 degrees today, but in doing that, I've also got into a lot of rainy weather. I believe sometimes when you're lambing out on pasture, if the ewes are in good shape and they have decent sized lambs, the lambs can handle some cold temperature. They probably have more trouble with rain than they do cold. Once they're born and the ewe cleans them off, they get some good warm milk in their belly, they can stand some pretty cold temperatures as long as they stay out of the wind. The rain, on the other hand, if it just keeps them soaked, they have a hard time getting warmed up. So I don't know if it was a good idea swapping cold for rain or not. At least it's not a cold rain. At least it's not 35, 40 degrees in rain, which I think is the absolute worst conditions for lambing outside. I did come out this morning and I looked out across the field and I saw a ewe standing out there over what appeared to be a dead lamb. That just breaks my heart when I see that. I hurried up, I got ready. I went out there and checked on her, and lo and behold, it was a rock. Big limestone rock about the size of a lamb that sticks up there. The rain was making it really shine, and she just happened to be standing there by a rock. So I didn't get a lamb, but I didn't get a dead lamb either. So that's always good news. Come here. You're a good sized lamb. Yeah, you're a good sized lamb. Yeah, I got it. Come on. Yeah, we're right here, girl. You're not gonna let it get away, are you? Good mama. She keeps pushing her way between me and that baby. She doesn't like the idea of me taking it. Oh, girl, I wasn't expecting this. Stay up in there. Come on, we gotta get this thing out. Come on out there, little one. Wake up. Anything else? That's it, there. That little lamb didn't make it. By rubbing them together, get her to clean that one off. Maybe she'll go ahead and claim it. She's not 100% sure. Alright, and here we go. Well, well, that was different. I put that ewe in the head gate, and she actually didn't do bad. She stood there pretty calm. And then all of a sudden, she started throwing a fit, and I realized why. There were 2 more hooves coming out. Oh, this other lamb has been born for a while. What happened is the other lamb was dead. I don't know if I caught it on camera or not. I got the lamb out as quick as I could. I don't think she has another one in there. Anybody that's not familiar with sheep maybe won't understand what I was doing there, but I took that dead lamb and I rubbed it all over this lamb as much as I could, get as much of that smell on this lamb, hoping that she would, I laid them there together, hoping she would start licking this one and cleaning it off. And a lot of times if they will do that, they will go ahead and take this lamb as their own. She wasn't really fooled, so she'll go back in the head gate and we'll get this lamb on her one way or the other. But now I've still got another ewe out there that's got 3 to raise. Well, I probably shouldn't jinx myself, but this ewe is just doing a really good job with these triplets. Sadly, this ewe that had the quadruplets, we lost one this morning. So we'll see how she does with 2. Her other one is still over here with this ewe. It's, well, it would be too late to put it back anyway, but it's much better if I can get it on this ewe. Then we have twins over here and twins over here. I suspect that lamb got stepped on. I don't know, because it was doing fine a few hours earlier. Then I went back and it was dead. But it was right underneath the hay manger. I think it got under there and she probably stepped on it. There you go, girl. Well, I got everything all fixed up and was going to show you how I tube feed a lamb, because I just felt like that one was not getting enough. And it maybe still wouldn't hurt. That is the smallest one. I was laying over here shivering like it was cold and hungry. And when I got everything ready, it got up and started nursing. Well, after a little while, I decided this one is getting shorted. So we're going to tube feed it, and the way we go about this is put the end of the tube at its last rib, work the tube up the neck, and you can see how much tube you need to put in. Now, I'm using a syringe, so I'm going to pull the plunger almost all the way out. You need one you can pull the plunger out, because I'm not going to force it in. I'm going to let it gravity feed in. This little lamb, just start this tube in there. Sometimes they don't like it. On the side of the mouth. They'll usually start chewing. Now, hold still, little one. Hold still, little feller. Don't really force it, because you don't want to get it in the lungs. You want them to swallow it. You need to chew. You just don't want to chew it, do you? Usually they take right off chewing it. There you go. There you go. Now listen to their breathing. Make sure they're breathing okay. They let out a little cry is even better encouragement. Am I in there? Easy, easy now. Now. Now I'm going to pull the plunger out. And we're just going to let this gravity feed in. If you're in just the right spot, it'll just feed right on down. You're not in the best of positions, are you? Yeah, that's all fed in there. What I'm going to do is barely put the syringe plunger back in just to seal that off. You can also use your hand. What I don't want is, as I pull this out, any remaining colostrum to flow over into the lungs. That's all there is to it. Well, this girl kind of disappointed me. She's been doing a good job with her triplets, although one of them was awfully small. I knew it just wasn't going to keep up once I turn them out of this pen. So I thought I would give it a bottle, start supplementing it, and then it'd be fine if it ran with her, and I'd just go out there and supplement it with a bottle once a day or something. Well, I tried that, and when I took that lamb out, tried giving it a bottle, and she will not take that lamb back. So that lamb has moved on to be a bottle lamb. I've got a neighbor that does really good with stuff like that. So they're going to take that little lamb, put it on the bottle, and they'll raise him up like that. He'll have a good home there. and she'll just have these two to raise. Which they're nice lambs, and they'll do well with just two of them. But since I'm not having to feed her extra because of triplets, it's time for her to get evicted out of here. All right, girl. We've got a pretty good sized set of twins. Good deal, girl. Good deal. Let's get them weighed in, checked in, make them official. You lamb. 12.55. That's a good sized girl. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There, no, there's your baby. There's your baby. Well, she outdid herself. She's got an 11.25 pound ram and a ewe that's just a touch under 13 pounds. That's some good sized lambs. Now some people may not like lambs that big, and that's a little on the big side. The disadvantage is that a smaller, particularly inexperienced ewe, which this one's not, she's 3 years old, they can have some difficulty having lambs that size. But on the positive side, they're generally just take off better. They got a little more mass to them to help keep them warm, get them going. And about a 9 to 10 pound lamb to me is about the right size. It's not too small, small enough for her to, shouldn't have difficulty having them, and big enough that they can get off on a good start. Good job, girl. Good job. Now, I mentioned a little bit ago that I saw that rock out there and what I thought was a lamb. I kind of carry an emergency kit with me when I go to check on the sheep. In fact, I've got it with me right now. What I carry is, if I got my heavier coat, when it's cold, I keep a small pair of binoculars in my pocket. So if I see one that I think is in labor, I can kind of check on her without disturbing her too much. But at least two things I do carry with me, just in my pocket. I keep a pair of gloves. And I keep something to pull lambs with. No, this is probably not approved, but I just use some what I call grass string, baler twine, whatever you call it. I just tie a little loop in the end of it. It's that long. What's that, 2 feet maybe? It's not the perfect thing, but it's easy to put it in your pocket, carry it with you if you need it. If you've got a lamb coming out that you need to help, that you need to pull, probably my biggest issue on presentation is the front legs. Let me set this down. The front legs should come out first, with the head down, nose laying between the legs. They're just going to come out like they're diving. That's the way they come out. What you'll find sometimes when you see some feet sticking out and, you know, 2 inches or so behind those feet, or even an inch sometimes, behind those front hooves, you'll see the nose. And what that indicates is that lamb is not coming out this way, it's coming out like this. The elbows are back, which makes the shoulders and everything much bigger for that ewe to have to pass through there. So you can take one of these strings, get it around a front hoof, just pass this back through the loop real quick. Now you've got something to get a hold of that hoof with, because they're small, they're slippery, and they will pull them back in sometimes. So get a string on the hoof, both of them if you can. Then gently reach in. If this is the lamb's head coming out, you just gently reach in on its face, run your hand up, and start pushing back on that head. While you keep a little bit of tension, not much, a little bit of tension on this string for the foot. Mainly, don't let the foot slip back in. Once you get them pushed back in a little bit, you can pull on this string and that foot will just pop out. That shoulder will just straighten on out. Now you got to do it with both feet if they're both that way. Probably one of the little worst case scenario than that is when you find that one or both of the legs are all the way back. That can be hard. I'm not saying they can't have them, but it can be hard. I generally then try to push the lamb all the way back in, reach down along that head, keep your hand on that, make sure you're staying on the same lamb and you don't grab a leg from a different lamb. Find that leg and pull that leg out. Do the same thing on the other one. Pull that leg out. Then I try to get my strings on there so I don't lose them. And I can gently pull on both feet, make sure the head's right position, and you can help them on out of there. Quick crash course on delivering lambs. But you can keep these strings in your pocket. So when you get out to the field and you find you've got a problem, you can help that ewe right then. So that's my emergency delivery kit.